What's going on YouTube? Chamber Productions here, coming back at you with another video. The first video of 2024. I genuinely don't know where the time goes, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But, first review of 2024, figured why not do a lightsaber review. I got a couple of sabers in here from Saberspro, and with it being 2024, we all know technology is always developing and further progressing. It's quite insane to watch, actually, like all the AI stuff that's coming up. All the technology, it's crazy. But these sabers in here are not your traditional, NeoPixel lightsabers or anything like that. These are Bluetooth compatible. And so a lot of these new lightsaber designs have been coming up and really becoming quite popular because you're allegedly supposed to be able to control the blade color and sounds and stuff through your cell phone, which is really interesting. So, yeah, it's crazy. Like, the inner child in me is mind blown because I was just really happy as a kid to have the plastic tubes that had like the little LED light bulb at the base of the lightsaber. Now I have like full-blown replica sabers. Anyway, let's see what we got. This knife is incredibly sharp. I got it for like 25 bucks. It was on discount. Holy cow. It's about sharper than some of my other knives. Alright. Let's see what we got here. We got quite a bit going on. Let's see. So opening the contents. Ooh, that looks nice. Open the contents of the box here. We got our first saber hilt, which looks like it requires a little bit of construction, not a big deal. So we got the hilt for this saber here, and then we got another hilt here, which, that looks really nice. That's slick. I like that. So we got the second hilt here, and then we got a USB so we can modify sounds and whatnot. And then here's the other piece of that saber. We got a bag with the screws and the Allen wrench to attach the blades. A couple of USB charging cables, and then looks like we got another bag with some spare tools in it, some spare parts, and then we get the owner's manual and the two blades for the saber. Now, disclaimer, I will go ahead and say these are not packaged together. Yeah, so just disclaimer, if you order this saber, you're not getting this saber with it. They are sold separately. Okay, so I got all the sabers unwrapped and everything and kind of put everything together, but even though these were both sent together as like a packaged combo, I'm going to do individual reviews for them. So for today, we're going to be focusing on this saber right here. Looks really, really cool, and then we'll move to this one in the next video. So if you want to see this review, be sure to stay tuned because this thing looks absolutely awesome. This is like a beautiful replica saber. Like, I'm very impressed, but stay tuned for this review. But for now, let's focus on this guy. So having said that, the star of today's video is the ADEPT baselit lightsaber from Saberspro. And I'll be honest, it's been a minute since I've last reviewed a baselit lightsaber by Saberspro. I got a couple different variants of the duelist lightsaber, which were done in baselit. And ironically enough, my very first review from Saberspro was actually on their duelist lightsaber, and that video is already a year old. I can't believe the time goes by way too quick, but that being said, taking a look at the contents you get with this specific saber right here, you do get the baselit saber blade, you do get your tool kit with all the screws and the Allen wrench to be able to mount the blade to the saber hilt, you do get your instruction manual, and then you do get your charging cable for the lightsaber itself. So I'm going to take some time kind of accompanying myself to the saber, give it a charge, and then you do actually have Bluetooth functions with this saber. So I'm going to go ahead and download that app on my cell phone, and then I'm going to be able to show y'all all the cool features of a lightsaber. Because, technology is just progressing in a sane manner, and we now have Bluetooth lightsabers, which is crazy to me. So yeah, I'm going to take a quick commercial break, if you will. It won't take any time for you all because, post-editing and everything else, so that's all good. And I'm accompanying myself to the saber, figure out all the ins and outs of it, and I'll get back to you here in like 0.5 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and I am very impressed with this saber. So I've gotten some time to work with the saber itself and the Bluetooth app, obviously, and I gotta admit, it is just super cool what you can do with this lightsaber. But I'll get into all the technological stuff here in a little bit. First off, taking a look at the more simplistic side of things, let's take a look at the build of the lightsaber hilt. Now, it's as seen here, which again is very simplistic, but on the contrary, I think it looks very nice. It's very classy the way it's done, and I gotta admit, it looks very, very nice. I like the silver and black two-tone style that they got going on here, and I like the texturing here on the back of the saber hilt itself. It allows you to keep a firm grip while kind of using the saber, which is awesome for stunt sabers. It's always something to look out for. So this definitely gets a pass in my book. I really do like the overall weight of the saber. It feels good. It's made of a nice metal material, so it's nice and durable. That's always a bonus. And it's got the slit here at the top of the emitter, so you can actually see the lightsaber blade when it's activated, which is always a brownie point in my book. I could not explain why I like that styling on lightsabers. I just do. If it's got any sort of cutout on the emitter, it's just an automatic cool factor bonus point in my books. I could not explain it. I just really like it. Always have, always will. I don't know what to say there. But when it comes to use of the lightsaber, obviously when you get it, you want to make sure it's fully charged. And you do have the included charging cable for that. So just set it on the charger for a little while. Let it build up some juice. That way it's ready for go time. And speaking of go time, when it comes to installing the blade and getting the lightsaber ready for use, what you're going to want to do is you're going to have your blade ready. And what I personally do is I prep the screws. And what that means is you have 3 screws at the top of the emitter of the lightsaber here. And essentially all I do is I drop the screws in, screw them in a little bit, but don't fully tighten them down. Obviously, that way I can go ahead and drop the blade in and then fasten all the screws that way, and the saber's good to go. So pretty much straightforward about the usage of it. It's very simplistic, not a whole lot to it. The blade is rolling away, so we're going to set that right down here. And yeah, let's go ahead and get everything ready so I can show you all the Bluetooth functionality of the lightsaber. So I've gone ahead and set up the saber for use. It is ready to rock and roll. Now the only things left to do now are install the Bluetooth app and power on the saber. And in order to power on the saber, all you're going to want to do is press and hold the button on the front of the hilt for a few seconds and it'll say power on. Power on. Now it is ready for connection. All you got to do now is download Xeno Configurator. It is available for free download to both Apple and Android alike. Once you install it, it'll go through all the instructions you need to Bluetooth connect the lightsaber. And then from there, all the customization and all the fun begins for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that actually looks like. So I've gone ahead and pulled up the app on my phone. As you can see, it'll pull up the screen here. It says connect the saber. Press that button there, and it'll show you the saber that is active in the immediate area. Click on that, hit connect. And it'll tell you that the app is connected. Then it'll take you back to the home screen, and here it will show you actually what percentage the saber is on. So right now I'm at 46% with about 55 minutes worth of playtime left in the saber, which is awesome because prior to this, we had no way of telling what percentage our saber was actually on. And from here, we can actually control the saber itself. We can turn it on and off through the little switch here, which is really, really cool. We can adjust the volume level. So right now it's at 50%. We can put it at 100. Volume level, 100%. Or we could put it all the way down to 20. Volume level, 21%. Which is awesome. So, you know, you're practicing, you have other people staying in the house or whatever, and you're not wanting to wake everybody up in the middle of the night when you're practicing. You can do that as well. Which is just, it's super, super cool. So we're going to put that back at about 50. Volume level, 51%. And then you can actually choose what sound font you've got selected. So if you hit font select, there's 16 different sound fonts on here. You can kind of scroll through which one you want. Let's do 13. Fallen Apprentice Magenta. And then, of course, every good saber is going to have smooth swing. So the speaker on this thing sounds absolutely incredible. It's amazing how crisp and clean that speaker is. And then you do have some different visual effects you can control as well. So you got blade lockup, the drag effect, you have blaster deflect, which is really nice, flash on clash, and then the force effects,
And then you can also change the blade color through 3 different settings down here. You have a very rudimentary sort of color wheel, and you can kind of choose what color you want through that. And then you can do a infinite color wheel, and it slowly goes through all the different hues of all the different colors. Or you can choose specifically what color you want. So like if you want kind of an orangish color, there we go. If you want more of an orangish color, you can do that. Say you want to darken it, you can kind of darken it like that. So a lot of cool opportunities and stuff like that. You do have different sections of the app. A lot of this is going to be for Xenopixel lightsabers and stuff like that. There is one thing I wish they would kind of update, and I theorize that they'll update this in the future because Saberspro is constantly updating their technology to make it better. If we come over to the connection tab here, I've got 2 sabers connected. I've got this one connected and another one, but I'll get into that in a later review. If we open up the settings here, it shows you the check version, which I've got 1.46 or 1.4.6, whatever you want to call it. I wish they would make it to where you can alter the blade settings from your phone. I have not found a way to do that yet. So that's something I can definitely see them doing in the near future. So Saberspro, if you're watching this, just consider that for future rendition, because outside of that, this app is perfect. It's user-friendly, it's super simple to use, it's fun,
color change,
and it basically allows me to alter my saber any way I want within a matter of seconds, which is really, really cool.
Now you might be wondering what are the blade setting controls for the actual hilt, and it's super simple. The button flashes for each second you hold it down. You're simply going to hold it down for 2 seconds, and that'll alter the blade setting.
Unstable.
And then that'll basically allow you to alter your blade.
Pulse.
So as you can see here, it's kind of like a simple pulsing effect. That sound, it's just so smooth. So, how bright is the saber, you might be wondering? Well, as you can see, obviously red's a darker color, so let's try to change that.
Color change.
And go for something a little bit brighter. Let's do green, shall we?
Color select.
Okay, that turned out more of a teal in person, but it looks green on camera, so we'll roll with it. This thing handles beautifully. Try a different color here, or a different sound font.
The Butcher.
Whoops. This thing handles so well, it feels good in hand.
The Princess.
So as you can see, even though it's not a NeoPixel lightsaber, it still illuminates the room quite well. And the cool thing is that you have no problem controlling the soundboard through the manual aspect of the lightsaber. You simply press the button down and it'll shuffle through
Fallen Apprentice Magenta.
the different sound effects. And it just sounds really, really cool. So guys, tell me, I'm curious, what are your thoughts on Bluetooth lightsabers? I think they're fantastic. I think they're great. I think they're convenient. This right here definitely hits all the marks. I'm very excited to showcase the other lightsaber featured in the earlier segment of this review. Again, stay tuned for that review. It will be coming out shortly because that one is cool. That one is cool. But as far as the Adept here from Saberspro goes, it is fantastic. I love the RGB baselit format for it. I think it's great. It handles well. And obviously, Bluetooth. It makes it so convenient to use the saber. Aside from the little nitpicks I pointed out earlier, which easily could be fixed in an update. That's literally all it would take. Just a little bit of fixing the program and a little bit of update, and that'd be it. This lightsaber would literally be perfect with the app. But That's just me. I think this is a great saber. If you're interested, I'll have a link to the Saberspro website down in the description box below. So if you want to check this saber out or any other cool sabers, they've got you covered. But that's all for me. I hope you enjoyed this review. If so, be sure to leave a like. Comment what you think of Bluetooth lightsabers down in the comment section below. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video from my channel. That's all for me, Champion Productions, signing off.